In the previous video, we identified a number of possible search terms to use in order to find useful articles. We have a total of 5 terms in 2 sets, each set corresponding to the P, the problem, and the I, the intervention sections of our PICO question. The next step in our process of finding useful articles is to use the Primo search engine to search out articles we can use. On the Primo front page, we have a single search box to use. This single search box can do what we need it to do, but if we use the advanced search features, it'll be easier to see and think about how we combine our different search terms together. The advanced search page allows a researcher to organize and group search terms in order to build up a search from simpler blocks. We're not going to use most of the features on this page right now, but we are going to use multiple search boxes in order to get a good set of results. The first search box is where we're going to look for our PICO problem. We can start just by typing in one of our search terms. If we click Search now, we will get a list of all the items Primo knows about that use the words hospital, acquired, and infection somewhere in the information about the articles, like the title, or where it can inside the article. We see roughly 125,000 search results of all kinds. That's a lot of results, but the results don't necessarily incorporate any articles that use the phrase cross-infection instead of hospital-acquired infection. Remember that our PubMed search indicated that cross-infection is the preferred term to use in some databases, and we should try to include those results as well. What we need to do is construct a search that finds articles that use the words hospital-acquired and infection, or the words cross-infection. To do that, we need to introduce 2 elements into our search: parentheses and the OR combiner. Primo, without our help, is only a little bit knowledgeable about English. We can use some very specific tools to help Primo understand what we mean. The parentheses tool groups words and phrases together to indicate that we would like to see these words or phrases together as a group rather than scattered around. These also indicate that we might want to use this group of words as part of a larger search, which we do in this case. We can combine smaller searches together using the words and, or, and not, written out in all capital letters between words or groups of words in our search. In this case, we want to include another group of words to indicate that any article that includes one or the other or both of these groups of words should be included. To do that, we join the groups of words together using the combiner OR. Performing this search dramatically increases our results to more than 400,000. Pause a moment to note that these results include many kinds of items: books, articles, newspapers, and so on. In the third video in this series, we'll concentrate on whittling these results down to show only articles from peer-reviewed journals in a suitable time frame. For now, we'll just use the results as they are. So, more than 400,000 results relating to our problem. How do we incorporate the results, including our intervention? On the second line of search boxes, we can build the second part of our search. For this, we can use these search terms using the same grouping and combining tools as on the first line. Note that the second item is a word, not a phrase, and doesn't need parentheses. To combine both of these for our search, we need to do one more thing. Look to the left of the second search box and note the drop-down containing the word AND. There are 3 kinds of combiners we can use in Primo. AND means that the searches on each line must appear together in an article for that article to be a result. OR means that one or both of the searches must appear in an article. NOT is a little bit trickier. The search before the NOT must appear in an article, while the search after the NOT must not appear in the article for the article to be a result. For this search, we want AND. We want to see the articles that include both cross-infection and hand washing, for instance. Choose that and then click Search. Now we see some 18,000 results, which is a sharp decrease in the number of results we saw earlier. The effect of combining these 2 searches was to weed out articles that talked about one aspect of our PICO, but not both aspects. The next video will finish the search process and leave us with a list of potentially useful results. If you have questions or comments, contact me. I'm happy to help.